You ever notice that you don't hear beautiful love songs anymore, especially from black people, any popular artists? You don't hear beautiful music anymore. You don't hear the type of things the type of sounds in the music that inspire love, inspire deeper connections. You don't see that. When you talk about the black man and black woman, it seems like the only songs that record industries are willing to put out is of the black man and black woman against each other, jousting, right? Or the black woman now refers to herself as an object, as an it. What do I mean by that? You had Beyonce, right, who made a song called "If You Like It, or If You Like What You See, Put a Ring on It." So she's referring to women as it, herself as it. If you like what you see, put a ring on it. It, right? Like you're an object, like your property, not like a thinking, living, breathing, feeling person, a soulmate, a wife, a suitable love companion. You're an it, right? This is the era we live in, where the black man and black woman, they listen to love songs, ignorant ghetto love songs, and the ignorant ghetto queens of love songs like Mary J. Blige. She's, who else was out there? Well, Faith, she tried to put a little bit of soul into it, but you don't hear much from her, right? Mary, she puts the ghetto funk on it, the ghetto R&B funk on it, of relationships and things like that, and she calls it keeping it real, right? Keeping it real ignorant, beautiful songs can craft out relationships, can actually get you to think higher, right, in your relationships. Music dealing with love can actually influence you. Marvin Gaye, there's no denying Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, stuff we used to listen to, talking about love and things like that. And, main ingredient, Cuba Gooding, who is the most underrated soul singer, Cuba Gooding Jr.'s father, right? The main ingredient, songs like that from the 70s, all about love. Remember we used to say, we were, damn, I heard that 70s music, I was made on that music, right? Black men and black women relationships were strong and they were together because of the music. The music kept them bonded. It was a event to have parties and listen to love songs and love music, and men and women would dance and close together, right? Remember? For those of you who are old enough to remember that, where they actually danced together, they actually cared about each other. But that's all changed now, right? Everything is an ignorant ghetto love song. Everything is an ignorant ghetto love story, right? Everything is jousting and fighting, and he cheated on me and put a ring on it, and he took this from me and he took that from me. Everything's ignorant. Nothing about love. See, when you learn true connections with one another, that strengthens the view or the vision of the people who are coming behind you, your children. It helps them pick suitable companions for themselves because they looked at what mommy and daddy, how they lived. Even when we were growing up and, we had our parents were, their relationships were traumatic, we really didn't see that. I know I didn't see that. I mean, I saw some of it in my mother and father's relationship, but, I more or less remember them listening to Main Ingredient and, stylistics and songs like that about love songs and beautiful stuff, I remember that more than anything. Dancing, I remember them dancing together. I remember them kissing each other when I remember a man and woman in love. I know about all the other stuff and the drama that come with that, but that's a memory I keep in my head, right? Because no matter what men and women go through in times of turmoil and crisis in relationships, they always have times where they can reflect back on beautiful songs, beautiful music, and things that kept them together, things that made them fall in love with each other and think about each other as companions in a future life. Not so now, because obviously somebody's paying for that music. Why is Mary J. Blige still relevant? Right? Why is Faith no longer relevant? Easy. Mary J. is going to keep on promoting that ghetto, ignorant love music or no love music. Right? What was Beyonce's most popular song? If you like what you see, put a ring on it. One of her most popular songs. Right? She made a song talking about cater to you. Right? When she was talking about, she tried to say something else about catering to the man and loving the man and stuff like that. How much play did that get? No, they didn't want to hear that. That sounded too much like real love songs. They make jousting songs, fighting songs now. You know, animalistic, sexual issue songs, love issue songs. That's what I call it, love issue songs. Right? That's the whole focus of that. These songs are meant to throw people off mentally. Right? These songs are meant to alter your connections. Right? That's the whole point of it. Alter your connections mentally. Alter your relationships mentally. Right? Because if we're not relating to each other mentally, then how are we going to actually think of each other beyond just acquaintances? Right? Beyond just, casual acquaintances and whatnot, or sex buddies or whatever. How do we do that? We can't. We can't. We're going to talk about that tonight. I am the intellectual Nuben Menkarayzz, and this is State of Mental Radio. And tonight we're talking about why black relationships, just seem to, what happened to black relationships? Why they seem to mirror ignorant R&B songs or white relationships? Because if you look at a lot of these so-called black relationships, right, they look like black Caucasian carbon copy wannabes of white relationships as well. You see the black woman, her hair all permed down. She trying to look like the white woman. She done read a whole bunch of relationship books written by white women or black women who act like white women, who we refer to as black Caucasians, right? Where the black woman don't have no real thought in her head except to follow white women and what they talking about in their relationships. You understand? Because these people have PhDs in front of their names and they're called love experts and relationship experts. Right? So, of course, the black woman sees that in writing and, she goes for that. Right? Couples therapy. Right? Where they talk things out, black people talking things out. We can't talk to each other no more. We need somebody there to assist us in talking to each other. That's when things have gone overboard. Lines have been crossed. Lines have been blurred. Right? When you had men and women dealing with one another, right, in the 70s and the 60s and the 50s and 40s and whatnot, you saw that our connections and our relationships stayed strong, stayed long together. You saw us, a bond there. Even though it was turmoil and strife between the man and the woman, they stayed together. Not so anymore. How many are you going to see young black women alone pushing baby carriages with no man by them, going up the stairs in subway stations in major cities with no man with them to help them, no baby, no husband, just baby daddies, no fathers for their children, right? But I bet you can trace. You go and looking at young sisters, look at her listening collection, look at her music collection. I bet you'll see a Mary J. Blige song in there. I bet you'll see a Mary J. Blige album, right, or a Beyonce album, right? And she doesn't realize she's being programmed mentally with this ignorant music, right? That's pushing her forward to choose ignorant men, right? And have children with these ignorant men, right? Ride or die chicks, right? What happened to husband and wives and real relationships? No, you ride or die chick. Y'all are some sort of Bonnie and Clyde team or something like that. You see the black woman up there talking about this is the ghetto hip hop mentality. I seen this posted up on Facebook about the black woman talking about He roll a blunt. I smoke. I hold his blunt. I roll a blunt with him, and I smoke it with him. That's the mentality. Low natured, low mindset. Get high together. Get high buddies, sex buddies that try out relationships that have children, and those relationships are based on nothing. Meanwhile, your children are watching and recording everything you're doing. They're watching your interaction, right? Mommy's interaction with daddy. Now he learns how to be a man from his father, who's not really a man. He's a male, right? Because he never really had any love for his woman, for mommy. He didn't have any real love for her because she was his boo, his wifey, his bitch, his whatever. That's because that's what the song dictates. You listen to somebody like Mary J. Blige write a song, and you see who she was in a relationship with, right? Casey from Jodeci, weed head, coke head, whatever the hell he was doing. That's who she ran around following. And you're gonna take love relationship or relationship advice from her? Really? Really? You see the type of music she writes. This is why they keep her relevant. Right? This is why they keep her relevant. Because she will give the people who produce this kind of music what they want to hear, and that is a separation between the black man and black woman. That is a black woman who's out of her mind, who wants to go and be some other kind of woman. She bears the mark. The blonde hair in her head. She already let you know she's mentally dead. She's in the church getting prayed up, right? She's grabbed any man. That's the mentality. She'll put out that kind of music in order to stay relevant. Ghetto love songs. Yet she claims she was influenced by people like Shaka Khan and Stevie Wonder and all these other people. Yet you don't see that kind of music being put out. You don't see that kind of music being put out. You don't see people putting out real love music anymore. Right? It's real love and soul music. You understand? You don't see that, and you're not going to see it again because, like I said, that is the future generation being born. That is the music of a future generation because, like I said, you could trace back our births or our when our parents were making us, the type of music that went into our heads, right? You could trace that back. Now, think about the music that's going into the minds of the woman and the man when they having sex and they making babies today. Think about the music. Lil Wayne, Mary J. Blige, who else? Think about the music that's going in their heads. Think about what the mother's listening to and while the child's in her womb. Think about the music she's listening to, right? I can remember, and this is real, because I can remember liking a lot of stuff from the Carpenters and a lot of stuff from there's a group from the 70s, a white group, the Carpenters. They had a lot of nice music. Listen, I can remember music. I got an affinity for music in the 60s and the 70s and stuff like that, and all throughout the 70s, just an affinity for 70s music because that's what my mother told me she was listening to while she was pregnant with me. So I heard the music. It helped to soothe my mind. It helped to soothe my thoughts. They say the music that the child listens to, the mother listens to while she's pregnant, goes into the mind of the child, goes into the child's mindset, goes into creating his mindset as well. That's why you'll see white women. They'll listen to all kinds of classical music. They'll listen to love songs now. They'll listen to all this kind of music because they know it's also going into what their children are listening to. But like I said, to the little ghetto chick who's sitting around here listening to Mary, who arguing with her boyfriend, fighting with a baby in her stomach, with the ghetto love songs and the ghetto love story, and the ignorant love songs and whatnot, think about what type of child they're going to produce. The type of child's going to grow up and rob your child. That's going to be a goddamn menace. That's going to end up as a statistic locked up somewhere. This is the mentality. Is this what you want around your children? Is this this young man that's going to grow up, is that who you want your daughter marrying? Right? When they sit up here and they promote people like Lil Wayne and all these other people and the rappers and whatever else, they promote for your daughter to want a desire, the bad boy and whatnot, because of the music. That's a guaranteed ghetto love story, a ghetto ignorant love story, which will leave your daughter pregnant or with an STD, right? And alone and raising children angry and bitter, destroy her life. Now, no other man 9 times out of 10 is going to want her, because it gets even harder when a woman has a child from a man, right, in these ghetto relationships, right? When a woman has a child with a man, it's hard once she's no longer with that man, because like I said, the black man today, he jumps from woman to woman to woman, right? And he just leaves babies all over the place. It's harder for a woman to start a relationship with another man, because 9 times out of 10, a man don't want to take care of another man's baby. He wants a woman. He wants to start fresh with a woman. So when you women are laying down and having children with these men, or these males, I should say, and y'all not all swept up in the ghetto love songs, and you listening to Mary and Beyonce, and and you just love keeping some drama going in your relationship, while you swept up in that, while you pregnant with his baby, right? Think about when that's going to end, because it will end. He'll get tired of you. He'll get tired. The song will end. The music will end. And you'll be lost and alone. You'll be the one in the train station pushing the baby carriage by yourself, right? When the so-called thug or the bad boy, the one you wanted to lay down with and lay up with, when that's all, when the music is all said and done, all that's going, like I said, you'll be lost and alone, right? Because he didn't develop any love and feelings for you, right? He didn't develop any love and feelings for you. You didn't really develop any real genuine love and feelings for him. Y'all was just listening to ignorant ghetto music, laying up, screwing, making babies, whatever, and thought that would bond y'all together. But the minute it wears off, where you at? You lost and turned out, like that old, the old Whisper song, right? That's very telling about the intelligence of people. It's telling about the future of a people, right? Like I said, these people monitor. Is a reason why the white man put up the rating system and monitors what his children listen to. You understand? There's a reason why he put up a monitoring system, because he doesn't want his children listening to everything. You understand? He doesn't want his children listening to everything. Y'all don't give a damn what your children listen to. You don't give a damn what you listen to. He's sitting up here listening to Pliles and all these other people about how to deal with a woman, and then you're going to turn around and be with him? He listening to ignorant rappers and whatnot talk about dealing with women, then you're going to turn around and be with him? He listening to Biggie talking about me and my bitch. That was the love song, that was the big love song on Biggie's album. That was the love song, me and my bitch. And you black women, a lot of y'all was bopping y'all head to it because it had a nice beat, right? Not paying attention to the fact that he disrespected the woman and called her a female dog. It was a story about a woman he claimed he loved, but he called her a female dog. Then he introduced homosexuality in there when he talked about he suck on her daddy's dick. Right? You paid attention to that? Excuse my language for saying it like that, but I'm saying what was in the song. This is what y'all love so much. This is the love songs y'all listen to. Disgusting, grotesque. This is the life a lot of our women want to be a part of. Right? It's that when you talk about the matrix, that's what you call a love matrix, or the illusion of a love matrix, right? Or I call it the so-called love matrix, because like I said, this is what black women can't get it right. They constantly in and out of bad relationships with men, right? Because they not looking for good men, they looking for good time men. They're looking for men who they can listen to, who fits into the Mary J. Blige song, who fits into the Beyonce song. They looking for guys like that, males like that. They're looking for males like that. And if the man is not fitting into that, if he don't fit into a Mary J. Blige theme, or he don't fit into a Beyonce theme, or whatever else R&B singer out here you got nowadays, if he don't fit into that theme of some clown, right, who gonna put a ring on it, who gonna throw a few dollar bills at it, who gonna chase it, who gonna do all this stuff, who gonna beat it up, who gonna thug it out, well, if he don't fit that theme, that ignorant theme in your mind of what you think love is, then you're not gonna deal with him, right? He's corny. He's boring. What you're really saying is he don't fit the Mary J. Blige theme. He's not the nigga that's going to sit around and make you cry and feel bad about yourself or wondering like, well, how I'm going to change him, how I'm going to make him better, how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to do that. Right? How I'm going to make him be with me, I'm going to make him want me, I'm going to change his mind. Right? That because the guy that you ain't got to do all that with, the guy that's ready to move forward with you, the man who's mature, you don't want him. Because good songs like that are not made about people today like that. Real men like that. Real men who got vision. Real men who stand up for something. Real men who are about something. Real men who will love you for the rest of your life. That you don't want. You want somebody, like I said, you want somebody in a Mary J. song or Beyonce song. I know it's a few more of the singers out there that you know of. I don't listen to this type of music, so I know y'all know more. I just know the popular ones. Right? I just know the popular ones. And now it's getting to the point where it's not even no real songs about men and women out no more. Right? It's not even any real songs about. I think it was a Rihanna song out where she showed where she was talking about killing some man or something like that, or was it a Beyonce song? Talking about killing a man. Right? So then you wonder why the black woman walks around here today and she has all kinds of animosity toward the black man. You wonder why the black man says hello. Even though I know a lot of you black men about a lot of you are about nothing. All you trying to do is get in her pants. But a lot of times, you got some brothers who are sincere and they're saying they really saying how you doing, sister, or whatever the case may be. And a lot of times, you sisters, y'all got this mentality, you got this mindset like you got an attitude for no reason at all. You walking around evil, even if you got a man on the way. There's nothing wrong with saying how you doing and such, or I got somebody. Like I said, y'all got this mentality on. And, like I said, a lot of it is programmed by the music. A lot of it is programmed by the simple-minded Negroes you've been in this matriarchal relationship with. I'm saying matriarchal, I'm talking about the matrix type thing. I just picked that word and blended them together. But it is a matriarchal thing because, like I said, you are the leaders of that relationship, the female principal of that relationship, right? You pick and choose what it is you want. You always pick the same kind of guys. Go nowhere, do nothing. I love them thug type of guys, right? Right? Like somebody said on Facebook, they said MC Light, when she put that song out, it was a rap song, she put the thing out, gotta get a roughneck. And I said that put a lot of black women onto that mindset of getting some thugged out roughneck dude. Like I said, they ended up getting a lot of black women beat up or hurt. Right? Meanwhile, she's turning around and she's into women. She's making songs like that, but she's into women. Right? She's not even into men. A lot of times these people make songs like this. A lot of these women make songs like this to drive down the mindset. Right? They're being paid to drive down the mindset of the black woman, to be part of the programming, the submental programming of the black woman, so that she can't go out and find a suitable mate. Right? They do that so she can't go out and find a suitable mate that she'll be happy with and have and produce healthy, intelligent children with. How the hell are you going to produce healthy, intelligent children with somebody who's listening to messages like this? If you like what you see, put a ring on it. Right? You're an object. You're an object. Think of yourself as an object. And like I said, a lot of black women was under the trance of that damn song. You understand? And it wasn't even a good sounding song. That's what it's done come down to. It went from could it be I'm falling in love, since I met you, to if you like what you see, put a ring on it. Who was responsible for that downward spiral in our relationships? Who helped to promote that message? Now, I'm not into blaming people for doing certain things, but like I said, certain people pushed it along. You already know what I'm talking about. But black people are always willing to help push things along just for a fistful of dollars. They always willing to turn against their people and sell their people out, sell the future of their people down the damn road for a fistful of dollars. You understand? Help in keeping our people programmed on a sub-mental level so that we're not producing children on a higher mental level. We're not producing a God-like people, a God-thinking people. We're producing a sub-mental people, a people with artificial intelligence, with artificial connections, right? A people that have ignorant conversations about nothing, right? A people that are also trying to mirror, like I said, the second part is trying to mirror white relationships, because this is the thing with, your so-called black woman and black man. They call being progressive or having a progressive relationship being like white couples, right? Couples therapy, counseling, right? Straight following behind white people, right? We didn't do stuff like that. We talked to each other. Notice, once we got into that kind of stuff, our relationships fell apart. But when we didn't do this stuff, when we just could sit down and say, baby, let me talk to you about something. We can't even talk to each other anymore. We need a third party, right? We need a group counseling. We need to listen to some other people and their nonsense, right? The black woman sitting up there because she read some book somewhere about some counseling or some couples thing. When all they're doing is programming you. And they're basically telling you how your relationship should be, right? They're telling the man, here's one of the exercises, they're telling the man, in the white couples therapy, they're telling the man, well, you act out a certain thing, and then you act out how you want her to be, and you let each other see how you all acted and whatnot. So you start blurring the line. He's acting like you, and you acting like him, right? Subtle and subliminal. Erasing of the line of feminine and masculine principles, our place in the world. He gonna act like you, and you gonna act like him. What they call it, role reversal, role play. These are the type of things our people take part in, right? But you look at our people before, we stayed together a lot longer. You understand? They stayed together a lot longer. You look at our people now. We don't understand each other. We don't talk to each other. We don't even know why the hell we together. We together because we like, oh, well, I guess I got to be with somebody. We come together for the most, trivial and, what I want to say, the most primal excuses. We coming together, let's be real. Why are we coming together? For sex. We're not coming together for nothing else. The black man and black woman, when they do get together, they come together for sex. It ain't because, oh, I love you, I care for you. The average black man and black woman, y'all getting together for sex. And it just ends up being an extended a booty call, where the extension is some children that just happen to be born, right? Y'all just happen to be living together. It's, like I said, an extended booty call. Why y'all together? I don't know. Why y'all together? I don't know. I mean, I love her. I get, what I'm saying, she's my girl. That's it. What's the reason for y'all being together? What's the purpose? Oh, because I love her. Why do you love her? I mean, because she a good person. You know what I'm saying? And and yeah, he's a good man and stuff like. What makes him a good man? What makes you a good woman? What are you doing to move toward the future together? What is he doing to lay down a future foundation for you and the child that he's bringing forward? What does he stand for in the world? Right? What is he going to share with your children to be, the ones that are coming forward? Y'all not thinking about that because 9 times out of 10, like I said, when you in a relationship, there's nothing but an extended booty call. Some guy you met at a party somewhere, y'all liked each other, or y'all kicked it, like saying y'all laying up together and y'all like each other enough, y'all like each other's sex, y'all both attracted to each other, so now y'all boyfriend and girlfriend now y'all got y'all in a relationship. Y'all probably ain't gonna go as far as to get married, but you got with him because you like how he looked. He was tall, dark, and handsome, or he was a thug, or he was a hood, or he just had swag, or whatever the hell y'all say today. whatever nonsense y'all say, right? Because he fit the Mary J song, he fit the description of the bad boy, he fit the what was the that song when Destiny's Child was together, when they made that song and they had all them the coons in there, all the so-called roughneck coons, half them guys like homosexuals, all them tough roughed out guys. They was dancing all off beat. I forget what the name of that song was. Right? I need a soldier. Yeah, there you go. I need a soldier. Yeah, soldier. Yeah, that's what the black woman. That was programming you right there. That was programming at its finest. They telling the black woman what she need. Some nigga with his pants pulled down, with acting like some so-called thug. Some simple-minded nigga that don't stand for nothing. They ain't talking about nothing. I'm gonna be real with it tonight. I'm gonna be raw and uncut. Right? How Beyonce, 10 to 15 years of spreading nothing but pure ignorance. Pure ignorance. Mary, same thing, pure ignorance. Pure ghetto nonsense. Where our minds just stay in the hood, stay in the depressed state, stay in the matrix of so-called love, and chasing behind the wrong man constantly, and you can't figure out why you can't get it together, why you can't get in real relationships. But by the time you figure it out, by the time you listening to a message like this, you like 2 or 3 babies deep in from different baby daddies from these same niggas. You know what I mean? Just a different. I'm gonna call them just how they are, because that's what you call them. I'm tired of that nigga. When we was out promoting the State of Mentel's, Real God Revealed, True God Revealed, we had a sister come up to us. I use the term loosely. A sister come up to us, right? And she was pregnant with a baby on her stomach. And I'm up here talking, and she coming up there with her simple stuff about, we up there. I'm up here, talking and whatnot. The brothers passing out the flyers for the reception on Sunday, and she comes up. Oh, well, what he talking about? All ignorant with her ignorance. Oh, well, what he talking about? All interrupting, and then she used to start talking to the brother. One of the brothers handing out the flyers, is basically taking up space, talking about, oh yeah, my baby daddy, he ain't no good, and because she see the image of Morgan Freeman on the flyer as a black man being God. Right, because we were saying the message was start putting the black man, the image of the black man, back up as God, so maybe he can start seeing himself as God and start being responsible as God, living in the true image of God again. That was the whole message of putting Morgan Freeman up. It wasn't about him, even though he played God in those movies, ബ്രൂസ് and Evan Almighty. But what I'm saying is that the whole thing was he was supposed to represent black people. And how we did on the fly, we said put the image of the black man up and make him responsible and make him start being God thinking, instead of just talking about he God or just being less than that. So she's like, yeah, I don't even know why I'm with him. I tried to get an abortion, and she just started going and rambling on to the brother and telling him, just basically making the brother her therapist, her relationship counselor. That not that nobody wanted to hear, because we heard this story 1,000 times before. You was probably sitting somewhere with Mary J blasting in your ears, or Beyonce, or whoever the hell, or Rihanna, or whoever the hell you was listening to, programming you on that submental state to get some slug, some low life mental degenerate Negro, right? So you probably sat up there and got him out the hood. Some nigga who don't care nothing about you, laid up with him. Y'all, like I said, an extended booty call. Next thing you know, you just pregnant. He mad because you keeping the baby. He don't even want no baby from you. And you walking around here simple as hell, walking around out your damn mind because the music done stopped now. The music done stopped now. So now you got a chance to come up out of your sleep a little bit. So now you wondering why you wobbling around 7, 8 months pregnant from some nigga you didn't even want to be with. Right? Now you thought you wanted to be with because of the song. That's programming. That's programming at its finest. That's submental programming at its finest, meaning your mind is on the lower state. And this is where the music industry wants to keep your mind up and wants to keep our people as a generation, the powers that be. Wants us turning out children who have this same mentality. Keep our next generation in a degenerate state. Keep them degenerating. Keep them keep them tattooing themselves up, being in the image of Lil Wayne, walking around with their pants hanging off their ass. This is the image they want for your children. This is the image they want for the black woman to be seeking out the hood scum, right? The scum of the hood, the zeros, right? Either the black man, like I said, he done been listening to Meek Mills and all them and all the simple nigga nonsense and whatnot. And this is what he done transformed himself into, with his pants hanging down, talking about nothing. And of course, she's the counterpart. She listening to Beyonce and all, because they want a soldier, because that's the soldier. That's a real soldier, right? Some simple-minded nigga in the hood who doing nothing but shooting his brother and killing his own brother in the hood. That's the type of nigga she want. That's the man she want to lay down with and chase behind and have babies with. You know, selling dope to his people. That's who she want, because that's the song that they wanted a soldier. He a soldier. Soldier of ignorance and stupidity. Right? Cheesy R&B songs, ignorant R&B songs. Or you have, like I said, on the other end of the opposite scale of it, you have these handkerchief head Negroes. You know, the so-called black man and black woman. You know them. They usually that black man's usually bald headed or got a real low cut, and the sister, she usually got her hair all permed out of control. Right, and she wants to be like the white woman, because she's saying she'll look at this so-called ghetto relationship and she'll, oh no, we can't be like that. You know, those people in the ghetto, in the hood, you know, who listen to that ignorant music. But then on the other side, she's just listening. She's following the white woman, her role model. Right, she's reading relationship books from some white woman who's gonna tell her how to get it right. Then she keep wondering why she got it wrong. Right, they're gonna tell you what formula worked for them. Like as if y'all the same kind of people. As if y'all think the same. As if y'all relationships are the same. Oh, because they tell you, oh, we all men and women, so our relationships are pretty much the same. We pretty much no, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. We different people. They tell you that you're the same, and they get you to believe that you're the same, and that your relationships are the same. So what happens? You start reshaping your relationships to be like theirs. Next thing you know, the black man is frustrated because you acting like a white woman. You acting like a carbon copy version of a white woman, right? You over dramatize and everything is blown out of proportion now, and everything is couples therapy, and everything is run into some marriage counselor or a relationship counselor, and him spending money for this crap. But that's the mentality y'all on, because to y'all, according to you, that's progressive. That's progressive. You know, that's progressive. That's going to help you keep a good relationship in your life. Right? It's not like before where, like I said, we came together based on a higher principle. I looked at her and I saw an intelligent woman. She looked at me and saw an intelligent man, somebody who's going somewhere in the world, somebody who had vision, had purpose in life. No, that's not our relationships anymore. She got a fat ass. That's why he with you. I'm gonna just say it like it is. You know, her chest is big. She got big thighs, big legs. You know, she got a fat behind, whatever. He got muscles. He tall. That nigga look good. Right? He a thug. I like his swag. Right? That's a real reason to lay down. Don't know his blood type. Don't know his genetics. Don't know if he got insanity in his family. Don't know if he going anywhere. He just got good hair. He tall. He got good hair. He light skin or dark skin. He got wavy hair. He got a thug look to him. He look like a roughneck. He a soldier. He a real dude, and you know whatever. He got some muscles and all that nigga nonsense. Right? Then reality kicks in. Like I said, you get that, you get all that, and get all those ingredients going, plus a good Beyonce song, right? A good old Beyonce song that you like so much, or a Mary J. Blige song you like so much, and you sold, right? You sold. Not understanding that the mindset of this man can, of course, lower your mentality. Because if he ain't talking about nothing, guess what? You ain't talking about nothing. I'm going to say it again. If he's not talking about nothing, you're not talking about nothing. Right? And you can, like I said, you can hear the average black man and black woman, they ain't talking about nothing. They ain't talking about a damn thing. They ain't talking about nothing that relates to anything higher or advanced in their way of thinking. Nothing. Everything is just following some sort of song or some sort of played out fantasy, right? Y'all turn y'all weekend screw fest into a 2 or 3 year relationship. Try to turn it into a 2 or 3 year relationship that ends in a bunch of kids that you don't want, that you end up mad at because they look like they father, right? You're not mad at yourself for sitting up here laying up with him. You know, it's not your fault. It's his fault, right? Right? Now you're mad at the children because now he don't even come see his kids no more. He don't want to be bothered with you no more because, like I said, the song done wore for him a long time ago. Because, like I said, 9 times out of 10, the woman is more under the spell of those songs or under the mental control of those songs than the man is. Because, like I said, he's so busy listening to his hip-hop in the hood, he bopping his head. He ain't thinking about none of that stuff. You gotta say, rarely is he going to listen to one of those type of songs. But the woman, she's stuck in listening to those songs. And she's telling you in those songs to chase those kind of dudes. You see the girls in the video, what's the guy that they trying to talk to? Some nigga with a do-rag on with his pants hanging down. Right? That's the guy that you're supposed to be talking to. So it's already being programmed in your mind that that's a real man. Not. That's already being programmed in your mind to want that man, to give yourself to that man, mind, body, and soul to that man. And what does it do? It makes you shallow. Whatever bit of depth you had to yourself becomes shallow overnight. The minute you lay down with that man, whatever bit of depth, whatever bit of mental perception or high mental perception you have for yourself, or wants or desires on a higher level that you have for yourself, whatever you supposedly stood for, you no longer stand for no more once you lay down with him. You no longer stand for that. You might have been a real sister who was about the evolution of our people, but once you lay down with this nigga, now you just some hood chick, and that's how he sees you, and that's how he treats you. You just some hood booger, right? Because he already don't respect you. Because, like I said, 9 times out of 10, he know he ain't worth a damn. So once you already start laying down with these niggas in the hood who know they ain't worth a damn, and you lay down and you let him do everything to you, and you done laid up with him, he already done disrespected you. He already got no respect for you no more. He ain't got no respect for you. That's why he leaves you. You ever heard that saying? I wouldn't want to be a member of a club that would have me as a member. I wouldn't want to be a part of a club that would have me as a member. That's how the black man feels in the hood. He don't want you. He want the woman he can't have. He want the white girls. He want the mixed girls. He want the girls who wouldn't even talk to him. That's who he chase after. That's who he'll run and do anything for. But like I said, you want them thugs. You want them soldiers in the hood. Next thing you know, you laid up, screwed up. You got a baby with him and everything else. Like I said, he don't want you no more because he know he ghetto trash. He know he garbage. And the guy, it was usually some guy who liked you, a brother who liked you, was decent. You didn't want to talk to him because he didn't fit the profile. He didn't fit the profile of the Mary song. The thug nigga did. You got love for him, even though he don't give a damn about you. You'll spread your legs for him anytime. You understand? Whatever he wants. And your life is a human toilet, garbage can. You know, you become a dumpster for these people. You become a garbage dumpster for ignorant thoughts. And you start to draw men like this towards you because you got a big sign flashing on your forehead. Send me a soldier, send me a thug, send me a guy that's going to disrespect me. You got it all written over you. That's why they come to you. That's why you constantly in those relationships, like I said, where you get the same guy over and over again, and then you don't understand why. Because once you sitting up here listening to the ignorant music, once you sitting up here listening to the nigga nonsense, right? Once you sitting up here listening to that, then of course he's going to come to you because now you're putting out that vibe and that signal, even without you having to say anything. You could tell the women who listen to Mary J. Blige songs. You could tell the women who listen to Beyonce songs. Right? You can tell the women that listen to Nicki Minaj songs. They got a big flashing sign. You might as well wear a big flashing sign on your damn head. And these are where the slugs come to. These were the no good niggas come to and want to be with you, and you go and be with them, and you go lay up with them, and you go have babies with them, right? Or you just get some zero, some black man who may not be a thug or anything else, but he just basically an average, simple-minded Negro, Jolly Rancher Negro, who basically work a job, go to his 9 to 5, go, or he's thinking about the Knicks game, he's thinking about the video store, he's thinking about some movie, he's thinking about some nonsense. He's basically an uninspired Negro who basically stands for nothing. You know, you can find any of these Negroes anywhere in the hood. He ain't standing up for nothing but stupidity. All he's standing up for is going to work 9 to 5 or trying to so-called make it in society. By make it, I mean he thinks making money is making it. And, of course, you think that's making it too. But he don't really stand for nothing because he's not about nothing. But you think that's a good man. Then you think that you're a good woman. Not so if you are attracting these kind of people. Not so. Not so if you are attracting these same kinds of men. Right? If y'all still being programmed by this music. If this music is in the black woman's car and it's blaring, you'll see her. Because like I said, it was a time where you see the black man blasting this stupid music down the road, Lil Wayne and Jeezy and all. Now you hear the black woman blasting, bitch, bitch, more bitches than a little bit. Right? So she wants the man to talk to her like that. That turns her on. These women are your girlfriends. You might be like, oh, I ain't like that, but she's your girlfriend. She's your friend. You associate with her. You hang around with her. Right? She's sharing these ignorant stories with you. And what happens? These ignorant stories are going into your head. And you might find that someday when your resistance is low, your mental resistance is low, it starts to reprogram your way of thinking. Because, like I said, 1 minute you stood for something, next minute you know you laying up with some cat from the hood who ain't talking about nothing. You pregnant from him. You in the project somewhere, and you'd be like, what the hell happened to my life? I was standing up for this. I was a time where I stood for this. My life is over. Because, like I said, these guys are quick to end your life. Right? Because they don't got no direction in life. So they're looking to end yours. They're looking to destroy your life. They're looking to crap over your life. And like I said, this is the song. This is what Mary writes songs about. Right? This would get y'all sitting in the room somewhere crying over some slug nigga, some nothing, some zero. But the heart wants what the heart wants. Somebody once told me the heart wants what the heart wants. No, the mind was programmed in a submental state to want that. Just like your body is programmed when you start sitting up and eating McDonald's and Burger King. Your body starts wanting garbage. So your mind starts wanting garbage. You start wanting garbage in your relationship. You want garbage guys in your relationships because the songs have programmed you. That's how it works. That's how it works. You're right. Sister is right. Black women are the biggest consumers of garbage music. You ain't gonna see white girls buying that. They buying what's the white girl's name? What's the white girl? The white girls from England, Winehouse, whatever the hell they buying. You know, she's an old dope fiend, but they buying stuff like that. They buying Adele. They trying to buy. Hell, you might see them buying soul music. You know. I remember I was watching some movie back in the day, and this was like maybe in the 2000s, something like that, in the millennium, and they was playing. It was a all-white love story, and they was playing the old song from the 70s from the Spinners called "Could It Be I'm Falling in Love." They was playing that. You know, white people, young white people, kids was playing. This is what they listening to. Could it be I'm falling in love? How many black love stories do you see? Right? How many black love stories do you see? Because, like I said, it's not only just the music; it's the programming with the movies too. What was the they turned Steve Harvey's thing into a movie, Think Like a Man, right? And the only person, if you notice, the only person who didn't have any drama, no relationship dramas in the movie was the white man. If you've seen that nonsense, I was told I couldn't watch none of that nonsense. The black men all have problems with their women. So this is, what you think is normal. You think dysfunctional relationships are normal, right? Because Mary J. Blige painted the picture of dysfunctional relationships, right? Because dysfunction to you is fun. Dysfunction to you is fun, right? A good relationship where y'all love and respect and care for each other and y'all standing for something, that's boring. You don't want no man like that. Those type of men go in the friend zone. Those type of men you don't give the time of day to because they're not about games. They really stand up for something. Or you black women start saying, oh, why are you so serious? He's just so serious. I don't know. The hell you mean he's so serious? No, what it is, you got a childlike mentality. That's what that means. It's not that he's so serious. He's supposed to be serious. Men are supposed to be serious. You not serious. You got a childlike mentality. So he ends up wanting to be with you until eventually he smarts up, he gets turned off by you. Because he already know you want a knucklehead. You want some guy who ain't so serious. Why you gotta be so serious? You looking for a clown like you. That's why I tell you brothers out there, when the woman start talking this nonsense about, oh, why he gotta be so, he's just so serious. Yeah, because she want a clown like her. She wants somebody who's not serious about nothing. Just a basic, what I call your where did they take you, Negro? Who just out here in the world, just eating and sleeping and crapping and giving your money to the white man and waiting to die. That's all y'all in the world for. Just spending your money on nonsense, giving it to the white man waiting to die. That's what you in the world for. You don't serve no other purpose beyond that. So when a man sees that, he treats you accordingly. He gives what they say. They treat you. They give you what your hand calls for. They treat you like a slut. They treat you like a hoe. Because they probably met you in a club somewhere listening to that kind of music. They treat you like a freak. Right? They treat you like a jump off. They treat you like a baby mama. Not like a wife. Not like a companion, somebody they could love forever. No, they don't treat you like it because you didn't act like that. That's not the kind of man you want. Those kind of men bore you. You understand? Those kind of men bore you. Those kind of men, they only good for being your friends. I don't know. I can't be with them because you negative as hell. You understand that? Because you negative as hell. That's why you looking for those kind of guys. That's why you looking for those type of guys who fit the profile of the ignorant R&B songs. That's why you looking for that. You become, like I said, your wants and desires for men in these relationships are unreal. That's not what real men are about. That's caricatures. Those are fantasies. Those are the images of somebody drawn up in a video room somewhere. Somebody creates those images for you to follow. That creates those submental men or the images of those men for the black woman to desire, because it drives you down mentally, and y'all just fall for it. Pretty goddamn disgusting, I might say. We'll be right back. We're in the back. We're not getting the feedback on this song, so. All right. We're having a little problem with our music. Hold on a second. Oh, having a little problem with music. Just a second. Can everyone hear me in the chat room? Can everyone hear me in the chat room? I'm not hearing any music. Can everyone hear me in the chat room? Am I being heard in the chat room? I think I'm not coming in. Can someone say yes if you hear me in the chat room? I think we're having a little bit of technical difficulty. Having a little bit of technical difficulty here. Having a little bit. Can anybody say they can hear me? Yes. Am I coming in clearly? Am I coming in clearly? Am I coming in clearly? I don't think I'm coming in clearly. Okay. All right. I'm coming in clearly. We was having a little problems. We having a little issue with the music section. I don't know, something going on there. These relationships, they represent the matrix, right? They represent the matrix, right? They represent the matrix. They keep you trapped in a certain mind frame. I've seen it plenty of times where I see sisters who might want to, venture off and look at what it is we teaching and what we talking about in the state of mental, and the evolution, the mental evolution of a new people, and they'll take a car or take a fly. She'll come up with a brother. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll use that term loosely because they ain't really no brother. She'll come up with a brother, right? And he could be a hood Negro, some simple-minded hood Negro, and he'll take the car. She'll take it and look at it and want to come, and then he'll be like, he'll shoot it down, right? Or or to be some handkerchief head Negro. You know what I'm saying? Some want to be white Negro. He'll take the card, look at it, and he can't. And it's not connecting with him because he's on a submental frequency. His mind is on a low state, so he can't connect to that. But you're trying to raise the mentality of yourself. You're trying to come into something higher, right? And you can't understand why it is, because y'all both share the same skin complexion. Y'all in a relationship together. Why is he not feeling what you feeling? Because 9 times out of 10, you came across him because, like I said, you was listening to some ignorant Mary song or some ignorant ghetto song, right? Some hood relationship song, right? Which is really producing no relationships, is doing nothing but producing dysfunctional relationships or connections. You know what I mean? Extended booty calls and nonsense like that. Like I said, that is what traps you in the matrix, something where your mind cannot go outside the box. Your relationships, these type of relationships trap you in a matrix where your mind is in closed space, 4 corners, bouncing off of the same ignorant nonsense over and over and over again. And you never think beyond that. You never look beyond that because he ain't looking for that. He looking for somebody to be in jail with him. He looking for somebody to be locked up with him mentally. It works the same way with the women. You fellas who minds want to expand beyond with the parameters of where things are at. Your mind might want to expand beyond something higher, and her mindset is not ready. Her mindset is in that hood mentality, and you afraid to exert yourself and move forward mentally because you afraid she gonna leave you because you probably ain't been with a girl in a while. So you get one of these chicks. Because you ain't the hood nigga she wanted no more. You afraid to stop fitting the profile. I'm going to tell you black women something. A lot of times these black men be acting. They acting. They acting like hood niggas. They ain't hood niggas. They think a little bit deeper than that. But they know they got to play the role to keep you because they like the sex. They like your attention. They like being with a fly chick and all that. They like all the stuff that come with it, so they play the role. They'll dumb themselves down. They'll act like they'll fit into the stereotype of what it is you want. They'll fit into the Beyonce song, what is the drama. They'll fit into the Mary J. Blige song. They'll fit into whatever, Rihanna song, whatever, the dysfunctional Negro, the blunt smoker, whatever the submental nigga it is you want, where all he could do is sit around and talk about sports with you all day or talk about going shopping or buying a new pair of Jordans. He can't think about nothing beyond that. You can't talk about nothing beyond that. Or he acting like some handkerchief head Negro who wants to sit around and talk about white relationship books or what's going on TV or something stupid, something or 401k plans or 9-to-5 jobs or whatever nonsense y'all talk about in these so-called relationships that usually don't last. Why? Because once the booty call is over, once the extended booty call ends, then you wake the hell up and see what it is you really was dealing with. You wake the hell up and see, damn, I laid down with him. What was I thinking? On both sides. Either he's saying that or she's saying that. What was I thinking? Nobody draws it back to the songs, the music. Nobody draws it back to the images in society that you consumed submentally or subliminally that you consumed. The music you was listening to, that you was sitting on the train coming from work, blasting some Mary or some Rihanna or some or some Beyonce or whoever you was blasting. Some awful sounding music with no soul in it. You understand? You wasn't thinking about that. You know, the spell on wore off. The music stopped playing. The thrill is gone. It's going for him. He don't want to be with you no more. He's on looking for the next chick who probably got no kids. Somebody whose life he can mess up because his mind is messed up, right? Or she looking for, like I said, she looking for that thug. She looking for that guy who's going to be a problem in her life. You know, a.k.a. Mr. Excitement, Mr. Weed Smoker, Mr. Blunt Smoker, or that guy who's just, like I said, that the Jolly Rancher Negro, the handkerchief head, the one who's sitting around talking about just nonsense. Jay-Z, Kanye, going to the concert, going to the Nets game, some nonsense. Pursuing some pseudo wants and desires in this society, trying to make money. Because according to him, that's all it is. When you ask the man, well, what is it that you want to do in the world? What do you see yourself doing? What is it that you strive for? He going, all the nigga going 9 times out of 10 say, I'm just here to make some money. That's it. Trying to make some money. Get I'm here to win. That's the new phrase. I'm here to win. Like I said, the black man and black woman's mind is just so, you might as well call our people walking billboards and poster ads for stupidity. Because you can implant stupid music in there, you can implant stupid sayings, stupid TV shows, ignorant movies, all kinds of ignorant images. And our people just consume them, and they live them out in their relationships. Then they wonder why they have dysfunctional relationships, why their relationships don't last. Because the people that are programming this music, producing these pictures, mean for your relationships to end. They mean for them to end. They mean for them to fall apart. Right? They mean for that to happen. They mean for your things to end in bad or on bad terms. They mean for you to produce children with these people out of wedlock, out of no real connection with these people. They here to produce baby mamas, baby mama drama. They here to produce baby mamas. They here to produce baby daddies. They're not here to produce husbands and wives and companions. That music is not geared toward that. The music from the 70s was geared toward that. What our parents call baby making music, where they was together. That was geared toward producing husbands and wives and children and things like that, and producing memories. That's what that was geared for. Not so anymore. Not so. Our people, you're right about that. Our people got nothing to be proud of in this society. The black man, the black woman walk around here acting like they proud as hell. And like I said, y'all ain't doing nothing in this society but giving your money to the white man and waiting to die. That's all you doing. Like flies on the wall, just flying around the room till you die. Producing nothing but dysfunctional relationships and causing confusion and talking about a bunch of nonsense, ignorance, stupidity. That's why I said there has to be a separation amongst our people. And I'll say that till there's no breath left in my body, where the intelligent have to separate from the ignorant. So when you black men, you so-called black men, go and you looking for suitable companions, real women who stand for things, you can find them when we coming together in the state of mental. That's why I talked about the separation of our people. I had some simple-minded Negro who I used to be affiliated with. He tells me, and I'm going to talk about this. I'm not going to name the person's name, but he tells me I'm trying to form a religion, right? He tells me, oh, brother, after listening to my broadcast, he tells me, oh, with the state of mental, I'm making people feel guilty, and I'm trying to form a religion, right? And I said, the state of mental is not a religion. We are a state of God. I'm going to say it again. We are a state of God. We're trying to produce God-thinking people. That's what, or God-minded people, or God-thinking people, people thinking like gods. Advanced people after the order of the Most High. Extensions of the Most High. That's not religion. Because I said the difference is religion, in religion, they take anybody. They accept dysfunctional people. They accept the mentally dead. They accept the ignorant. We don't. We don't take anybody in the state of mental. The church takes anybody. The state don't. Same way you gotta pass a test to get a state job or a state exam and things like that. And we're using the same analogy. You have to take a test. You have to be fit mentally. You have to be fit physically in a certain way. You have to be carrying yourself on a certain mentality to become a part of the state of mentality. You can't just become a part of it because you black, because you got black skin, and because you sitting here listening to a radio show. We don't take dysfunctional Negroes. We don't take people who are talking about foolishness because we want to produce intelligent people. We want to produce intelligent offspring. And the only way to do that is to cut ourselves off from ignorance and nonsense and dysfunctional people. That's why we do broadcasts like this, so our people can cut themselves off from those type of people. If you're in a relationship with these kind of people, if you're a man in a relationship with a woman in this type of thing, or a woman in a relationship with a guy like this, cut these people off. If you know that you don't think like these people, cut them off. Put distance between you. Start looking and come amongst people who think as you do, and then you can find a real man for yourself or a real woman for yourself. That's what the whole point of doing this is. We building a state, not a church. Like I said, church accepts anybody. We don't. That's the big difference. There's plenty of more differences which I'm going to share. But we are by no means a religion or a church. This is a state after the order of God. This is producing people who are not dysfunctional, people who are not living in dysfunctional relationships. You will find nobody in the state of mental listening to no goddamn Mary J. Blige songs, or no Beyonce, or no Rihanna. We don't listen to ignorant music. We don't sit up here and you ain't gonna see no black men walking around, so-called black men walking around the state of mental with their pants hanging off their ass, disrespecting women, talking about a bunch of nigger nonsense. No, our focus is on something much higher, and that is the evolution of ourselves as a collective. I said raw and uncut. God raw and uncut. This is dealing with God raw and uncut with no religion. We're dealing with the Supreme Being raw and uncut with no religion. See, because that's what's going to make when we start gathering together like this, both men and women, that's going to make our relationships greater. That's going to produce greater children. See, you have to separate yourself from the garbage, the people who playing games, the people who sitting up here, the well-wishers, and the people who don't get it. You understand? The people who just want to be a bunch of what did they take you Negroes who out here following the society of the beast, listening to a bunch of ignorant music. You understand? Laying up with a bunch of ignorant people, producing more ignorant little niggas in the world. You understand? That's all we need. No, you want to separate yourself from these kind of people. We don't love everybody, and we don't hate nobody. We just don't want to be around you. We don't want to be around dysfunctional women. We don't want to be around, the sisters don't want to be around dysfunctional men. You understand? We want right-thinking people. Right? We want right-thinking people. You know? We want people who are thinking on a higher level. You know? Well, this guy says, what about the people with mental disabilities? Should we discriminate against them too? Well, the people who with mental disabilities are the majority of your black race. You understand? Those are the only people with mental disabilities. Right? They have they have actively disabled themselves from thinking on a higher level. You understand? Those are the mentally disabled people. And the mentally disabled people, you discriminate against them anyway. Right? You say, should we discriminate against mentally disabled people? 9 times out of 10, somebody's walking around and, they're mentally retarded or whatever the case may be. They wouldn't even understand what this is anyway. So nobody discriminated against them. They're in their own world. Right? And you discriminate against them because let's be truthful, you're not going to get with a mentally disabled person. So you discriminate. You discriminate against mentally. You going to get with a girl who's mentally a girl who's mentally disabled? You're not. No more than a woman's going to get with a man who's mentally disabled. And that goes from a mild retardation of like really bad, because first thing you're gonna think is you're gonna produce children like that. Right? We're being real here. We're not playing games. Right? We're being real here. This is not a game. We're talking about the ascension of our bloodline, breeding a God race on earth, breeding a God race. But the only way you're able to do that is to get serious-minded people who are serious about the evolution of their people, people who are following the order of God, a state of God-thinking people, not God-fearing people, are not a bunch of fake God wannabes who claiming they God, but they really just want to follow the white man, right? A bunch of irresponsible Negroes. That's what we call people with disabilities, people who are mentally disabled. Like I said, that's about the majority of your black race. Right? Because they disabled because they choose to be. They're mentally disabled by choice. They don't want to get into this evolution and move forward. You understand that? They don't want to get into this forward evolution. So yeah, we are discriminating. Yes. See, the church, they don't discriminate. They take anybody as long as you got money to put in the plate. Right? They take people, they love the people like, and if you notice the correlation between the black woman who goes into religion, like Islam, like Christianity, like Judaism. Notice they have a a lot of them are dysfunctional in their relationships. Notice the black woman who goes into these things. The ones who in church getting prayed up who ain't got no man. Who talking about God, but then and when she out of church, she being a slut and a whore in some church, in some club somewhere. Right? She grinding up on every man in the club, but then you want somebody to respect you because according to you, that's fun. Right? That's fun. You wonder why men disrespect you. Look at the type of people you lay down with and associate yourself with, as dictated in these songs that you like to listen to, because it's fun. You can have respect for yourself. I'm talking about a lot of sisters. I'm not sitting up here talking about we trying to produce no sisters running around with they face all wrapped. I'm talking about you got sisters who carry themselves with respect, who carry themselves with decency and a royal mindset, and look for men and look for relationships and with men who are serious minded, and they want to be in those type of relationships with men, and they need to be around those type of men. They need to be around those type of men to produce serious children. See, I said God is not dealing with our people when they're dysfunctional. God is not dealing with dysfunctional people. He's not dealing with that. You understand? He's not dealing with dysfunctional people. You understand? And like I said, for the people who are who have a problem with that, well, that's life. That's life. It's about our people moving forward in our relationships. You understand? It's about our people moving forward in our relationships, producing better relationships. See, because we can't do that. Like I said, you see these women, like I said, you see the Mary J's and all these type of women. Notice they all up in the church. They in the mosque. Right? These women, they join organizations and movements with 5 and 6 kids after they done messed their lives up, after they done laid up with a bunch of different baby daddies. Then they want to come to the mosque or the church and look for a man. I'm like, are you serious? You don't use your vagina like a public utility. Let every man run up in you and lay his seed in you. Now all of a sudden you want to get right. Now you want to come looking for a man. I want a real man in my life. I'm not saying that you can't change your life for the better. But a lot of times, you throw your life down the toilet and you're not thinking. You need to this. This is for the sisters. I caution you who don't have children as of yet, who are not in these dysfunctional relationships, who are listening to this broadcast, who are not getting caught up in the Mary J. Bliges and falling for that garbage, and the Beyonces and the Rihannas or whoever the hell else. I don't know if Alicia Keys making those kind of music, but 9 times out of 10 she do make songs like that, because if they not making songs like that, the white man's not releasing those. He's not releasing no real songs where a man and a woman are talking about anything like love. They're not producing no more love songs. You understand? They're not producing no more Anita Baker telling about giving you the best that I got. They're not producing that no more. You understand? I was in love with Anita Baker. You understand? Love that song, giving you the best. I need to add that to my playlist. They don't produce women who sing songs like that no more. They're not putting music out like that no more. Because they want dysfunctional relationships. They want the black man at the black woman's throat and the black woman at the black man's throat. They want the black woman walking around here in society turning her nose up at the black man, or they want the black woman abandoning the black man for a white man or some other race of man, and talking about the black man ain't crap, is a piece of crap, turning her back on the so-called black man altogether because she had some bad relationships with a few bad black men. But she didn't look at herself and ask herself, why am I attracting these kind of men? What is it about me? Never ask the question in yourself. I'm going to take a call. Well, he went out. I was going to take Poverty Supreme's call, but you went out. So, all right. We never asked this question in ourselves. Right? Women never ask the question, why is it that I attract these kind of people? It's mindset always. It's what you do. It's what you listen to. It's the type of people you hang around. It's the kind of places you hang out at. The type of stuff you take in and allow your mind to take in. That's why you attract these things. You attract these kind of people. This is real. We'll be. Is everybody able to hear me, and is everybody able to call in? I'm hearing that people are having a problem calling in. Y'all can try calling in right now. If you like, try calling in, because I know there was a problem. Okay, I see one call up, 628. 718-628. You're on air.
Oh, hey.
Hey. Hello?
Hey, Nuben, it's Brittany.
Hey, Britt, how you doing?
Doing well.
All right. You enjoying the broadcast?
Yep.
Good, excellent. Do you have a question?
No.
Or comment? Okay, all right.
Wait, I do have one comment, though.
All right.
You're right, though. R&B and, the soul music in 2013 has gone. Only, you see, few independent artists that's putting it out there. Other than that, it's just full of garbage.
You're right. Definitely right about that.
You have no more SWV. You have no more Patrice Rushen. You have no more Anita Baker. You have no more Jade. You have no more Sade. You have no more Aaliyah. You have none of that no more today. Just all bunch of garbage.
Yeah. Well, that's all. That was all strategically planned. All that strategically planned. They are not going to produce these because they understood that our people, we mate by way of music. We mate and we come together and we connect by way of music. So the same thing that happened in hip hop, where they saw that our people were coming together and we were getting more intelligent, the so-called conscious, or whatever. They saw that happening with our people. That had to stop. Just like our people, the black man and black woman having love for each other and building relationships and making babies, that had to stop as well. Now look what you got. You got a bunch of dysfunctional relationships. You got a bunch of baby mamas. You got a black man ain't with his woman no more. You got the black man here homosexual now. The black woman a lesbian now. She don't want a man. The man don't want a woman. That everything's off and everything's thrown out of order. And that's what was meant to happen.
Damn. That stinks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I noticed now, they're pushing more of I'm not trying to sound too weird or whatever about this, but they trying to put more of the white soul artists like Adele Daily, Amy Winehouse, or whatever. It's like your so-called black people and so-called white people is like split places. It's like one is gonna give you the soul, one's gonna give you the spiritual music.
Yeah, exactly. That's really what has happened. The black man and black woman have been switched out with the white man and white woman. Now the black woman, a lot of y'all listening to Amy Winehouse or Adele and all them for soul music. You ain't looking at the black women and whatnot. Like I said, they ain't letting black women out who have a soulful vibe to them and whatnot. Or these R&B black women who coming out singing love songs. They sound like some hip hop mixed version and whatnot. Because Jill Scott, like I said, she I was loving Jill and whatnot and the things she was doing, but it seemed like her music is getting more and more, more of an R&B flair to it, and it's getting more, childlike, in certain things, So I see that going. I see the soul going out of her music, and I see it getting more childlike in a way. Too much hip hop in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. But there's like other artists though. There's like Rochelle Jordan, Tweet. I think I heard something from A-Marie or something on SoundCloud. But yeah, you barely get any D'Angelo or something like that. I missed that.
Yeah, well, like I said, we trying to bring it around. You hear the kind of music we listening to here. Like I said, we on a different vibration, especially in the state of mental. We're not listening to garbage.
Oh my goodness! You see all the garbage that they put out there? It's like when I go to the train or the subway, and like you see like the Dr. Dre beats or whatever, and they had all I hear is like Meek Mills and Lil Wayne and stuff like that. It's like it's getting tiring. Even reggae music is not the same no more. Nope. Have you noticed it? Reggae music is not the same no more. And I have family from the Caribbean, and the reggae music is not the same no more. It's like with Vibe Cartel's coming out and stuff like that is not amazing. The soul of it has been taken out. There's no more Buju Bantu, no more Bob Marley, no more Patra, no more I forgot this other reggae artist. But forget it. The point is the music and soul has taken away everything. So I see where you're coming from.
You're right. All right, Britt, let me take this other call. It's good for you. Good calling and hearing your voice.
All right.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye. See you in the statement, Mental.
All right. All right, Britt. Next call, Poverty Supreme. Poverty Supreme. You're on the air.
Yes, sir. I'm just asking, is God inside the planet?
Say again now?
Is God inside the planet? Is God a man inside the planet? Yeah.
Is God inside the planet?
Yeah.
What do you mean, like inside inside the earth or on the earth?
Inside the earth, on the earth, either way.
Yeah. Is on the planet. His reception is on the planet to the elect.
That sounds a bit like Christianity, brother.
That's not Christianity. You know why? Because, first of all, Christianity goes and they tell you that there is no God, that God is, they're really saying that God is a spook or a spirit, and God is not a spook or a spirit. I said that all people exist as an extension of God. They exist as an extension of God, so therefore they are part of a God race or a continuum of God. We are the physical representation, the physical manifestation of God here on earth. So Amen does exist in us. He exists in us and outside of us as a continual bloodline.
And Amen's on Nibiru as well.
Is on Nibiru, yeah. What they call Nibiru, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Because I heard that on that one you had, Where Does God Come From? When you did that broadcast. Okay.
All right. Next call. We taking calls because people said they couldn't get in. So call in, the people who wanted to call in. Like I said, the phone lines are open. There was a little problem with, I guess it was a little problem with people calling in. So call in if you have any questions and things like that, because we're 17 minutes in. Please don't call in with, I'm coming very close to the end of the show. So the phone lines are open, and for those of you who want to call in, Make yourself heard. Make yourself known. All right, I see another one. All right. 248, you're on the air.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I had a question. What does a bright woman look like? Not what she's not, but what is she? And what if I was out there trying to find a bright woman, how would I recognize her when I see her?
Well,
and what would I ask her?
Well, let me ask you, are you a black man?
No.
What are you?
A bright man.
You think? You sure?
Absolutely.
Okay, well then you would recognize a bright woman then, because the bright woman is one who you know, she looks like in physical, like I said, like a so-called brown woman, or because like I said, when we talking about bright women and black women, we're not talking about a physical description. We're talking about a people and a mentality. Because like I said, there's no such thing as a black person anyway. Right, there's brown people and the brown, the beige people. So when we were talking about black people, the difference between black and bright people, we're talking about intelligent and ignorant people. So you'll know a bright woman if you're truly a bright man. All the bright ones of our people are coming here to the state of Mentel. That's where the bright race is at. Because the whole point is that a society or a community of people are being gathered in a new state, right, in a new mindset. Collectively, that's a bright race, or where bright men and bright women would be. Because where else would we congregate at? Where else would we collectively come together? We not, like I said, when we in the state of Mentel, as we starting to gather, we associate with one another within the state of Mentel. We don't associate with these people outside the state of Mentel like that. If it's not about business, because what are we going to talk about?
Right.
What are we going to talk about? What are we going to associate about? We ain't got nothing in common with the damn black race. Ain't nothing in common. The black race ain't talking about nothing. The black race ain't doing nothing but giving their money to the white man and waiting to die. That's it. That's the truth. You know, they sitting around here talking about spirituality, Pan-Africanism, and all this other stuff. All that's just a lot of folly in between giving their money to the white man and waiting to die. That's just folly in between. That's just activity to do to make them think they're doing something. But there is no forward evolution for the black race. Only until the bright ones of our people come up out of the black race or the mentally dead will we start to see an evolution take place.
So the only way that you can become a bright person is to come to New York, or what if you are already a bright person and you would like to come to New York to meet other bright people?
Well, this ain't the state of Mentel. This is not the state of Mentel. What is it? Dating game. It's more like I said. This is a movement that's being put together. It's the collective. This is a movement, brother. This is like, you know, this is a way of life we live in. The same way the old nation of Islam lived, the same way the Jews live in the community. That's how we trying to live nationally as a community of the bright race of the Mentelians. That's how we trying to live. There's no, like I said. And we are a part of a state that's starting to grow. That's what we're putting together because we want to be able to marry, date, and see and be with one another. We're not trying to date nobody within the black race or the white race. We don't want to have nothing to do with neither one.
I understand. Thank you.
All right, brother. All right. Anyone else want to call in? We got the phone lines open. Anyone else want to call in? The phone line's open. Phone line's open. No, you don't. You know, like I said, anyone that's getting into the state of Mentel, you have to come here to New York at least one time for us to see who you are, and let's vote, and we'll vote you in based on who you are and what you are. Like I said, this is not a religion because in religion they let anybody in religion. You can't just be in this. You understand? We have standards. We pick and choose who we want with us because, and you'll be happy about that because. You want the best people around you. You want real sisters around you. You want real brothers around you. You don't want these snakes and a bunch of simple-minded Negroes around you. We want, because like I said, we're not sitting up here riding with this whole nonsense about we all black, so we all family. How you going to do that? We all supposed to be together. No, we not all supposed to be together. You take that nonsense someplace else. We not all supposed to be together. There is supposed to be a mental separation. You go ahead and be with the simple-minded niggas if you want to. We're not dealing with that. I'm going to just say it just like it is. Raw and uncut. Like I said, this is not no religion. This is not no preaching. This is not no we love everybody. No, we don't love everybody, and we don't hate everybody. We just don't want to be around certain people. And that means certain ones of our own people that look like us. We don't want to be around everybody. It's just what it is. You don't like it, you go be around the hood niggas. We know the difference. See, like I was telling the brother today, I said the only way we're going to show our people the right way is by separating from the wrong people. Because if everybody's together, how are you going to know which is right and what's wrong? Which way we're going to start evolving versus the people who are just going to be left behind to do nothing? See, because you can slow a boat down or slow a train down when you got too many people on the boat and the train who don't want to move anywhere. But the minute you start lightening the load and lessening the load, you're going to start moving forward. That's the same mentality that we have when we're talking about dysfunctional people. People who love listening to this kind of music, who love bringing this negative or useless energy. You understand? We're not dealing with people who bring in negative and useless energy, bringing negative and dysfunctional relationships. We don't want those kind of people around us. We want people who want to have healthy relationships. We want people who want to live righteously together, collectively together, raise children together. While I'm raising my son to marry your daughter, I'm raising my daughter to marry your son. That's what we need again. I don't want to raise my daughter to be with some nigga with his pants off his ass who was listening to Meek Mills or goddamn a Jadakiss or a Jay-Z or Kanye. Or I don't want my son listening to that. I don't want my daughter being with nobody who's listening to that or talking about that. You want this nonsense because we all supposed to be the same complexion, that we the same, then you ride with that. Right? You ride with that. And when your daughter's 13 and 14 years old with a baby in her stomach, and this guy done moved on smoking weed somewhere else and somewhere in the P now, we'll send you a postcard, right? Since you don't want to separate from people, you want your children out around. We all supposed to come together. Knock it off. It's the reason why you don't want your children to play with certain children or be at certain people's house, so you're judgmental as well. It's only when we say and we judge and we don't want certain people around us, it makes it seem like, oh, we bad people, when you do the same thing. Of course you're supposed to be judgmental. That's an attribute of God. Just like it's an attribute of God to seek out healthy relationships with healthy people mentally and physically to move forward, to produce a higher or a higher vibrating frequency in a new generation. That's real. So let me go ahead and read these things before we get out of here. Let me read my questions. All right. Let me see. January 27th is the True God Revealed, right? True God Revealed reception. Come on out, those of you in the Jersey, New York City, or the tri-state area. Come on out, because like I said, we're about to give God to our people, raw and uncut and real. All right. So this is for the evolution of our people. God-thinking people, not God-fearing people, not people who want a bunch of wannabe gods, but God-thinking people. Think like the gods and become gods, real gods, responsible people. Why do black relationships mirror ignorant R&B songs and white relationships? Because the core of the black relationships are weak. They're weak. Y'all not talking about nothing. You don't relate to each other because all of your relationships are based on nothing but sex. It's based on booty calls. It's based on shallow things. So of course it's wiggle room to send in ignorant R&B. It's wiggle room to send in a bunch of white concepts and philosophies to get you to shape your mind and base your relationships on. But see, the truth always comes out about how shallow these things are, and your relationships always end up falling apart. It's no coincidence that the people who are listening to this music, the people that are listening to this music, the people that are following this so-called relationship advice are in dysfunctional relationships today, or are in no relationships at all. There's no coincidence. Why you got so many baby mamas and baby daddies and no husbands and wives and children and families anymore? All right? You can't deny that. What happened to real black relationships? Yeah, they went the way of people, like I said, just like the mental state was dropped when our people start listening to ignorant music, listening to ignorant hip-hop, ignorant R&B, that's what happened to our relationships. They were dumbed down and made dysfunctional and childlike, and we accepted the message. We opened our minds up to this garbage. So don't sit around here and blame the white man. It's not his fault. He just makes a suggestion. He opens you up to something. He presents something to you, and like I said, like our people are, we take anything that he presents. Whether it's drugs, whether it's criminal activity, we follow and take after anything he presents to us, and then we want to sit around and act like children, like we had to do this. We this is all he left for us to do. No, you didn't have to do anything. You were weak mentally and you chose to follow it. So be responsible as real men and stand up for your dysfunctional relationships today. And real women, stand up for your dysfunctional relationships today. The mistakes you made. All right. Why don't black people stay together anymore? Black people don't stay together anymore because you have no real reason to stay together, a lot of you. You don't even know why you're together in the damn first place. You don't even know why you're together in the first place. Like I said, you got together off some Beyonce song or some Mary J. Blige song or some ghetto nonsense song and whatnot. Y'all got together for shallow reasons and whatnot. He looked good, she got a fat ass, and all whatever else. This is what y'all talk about. You know what I mean? Whatever the case may be, and like I said, sex driven, and that's it. That's why y'all together. It ain't about nothing else. It ain't about business. It's not about a higher principle, the higher thing y'all living for. It's not about producing intelligent children. It's not about producing a brighter future, something that's bigger for yourself. It's just about shallow nonsense. That's why y'all don't stay together anymore. Because eventually, when you're in the shallow water, you're eventually going to step on dry land. Do black people really know what they want out of relationships? No, they do not. Because 9 times out of 10, they don't really know what a real relationship is anyway, because they don't relate to one another. You understand? Or they'll try and run around and relate to people outside their race, and they try to relate to the white man. They really don't relate to them people, so they being phony again. They start trying to act like white people and whatnot and try to be with them and get in interracial relationships, and they end up being phony again because you don't fit inside that. The black woman start talking softer, acting nicer, acting like and changing herself around to where the white man want her to be. But when she was with the black man, she was all rugged and hard, and she was trying to be like Mary and everybody else. But then she get the white man, she all soft and all that. Her hair get permed out, get colored out. She's trying to shape her image over into what she thinks the white man wants. So she ends up being phony again. So that's dysfunctional. Right? Do black people really know, who really controls black relationships today? The media. They control your black relationships today. The people that produce this ignorant music, they control your black relationships. The people that produce Mary's music and all these other people who have a vested interest in producing ignorant underclass of black people. You understand? Who want to introduce an ignorant underclass of handkerchief head Negroes who going to sit on jobs for 9 to 5 till they die. You understand? Listen to this ignorant message. Basically, a bunch of robotic people. You understand? They have a vested interest in that. They have a vested interest in producing a bunch of ghetto dwellers, Negroes running around with their pants hanging off their ass and young black girls pregnant so they could put up billboards and posters of you black women constantly getting abortions and then up in the abortion clinic or having babies and just basically making a way for them to head straight to the penile system because your baby daddy there already. All right, so that's it. Join us January 27th. All right. Sunday, January 27th for the Real God, the True God revealed in Brooklyn, New York City. Sister Dyra and all the sisters in the chat room put up the address and everything. Check us out on Facebook. All right. We're out of here. I am the intellectual Nuben Menkares. This has been State of Mental Radio. And what am I closing with? Something 3 minutes. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. What do I want to close with? All right. Get involved. Raphael Sadiq. I am the intellectual Nuben Menkares. This has been State of Mental Radio. Good night.
public, a mental lack. Rising out the black race to the white race, out the black race to the white race. The students public, a mental lack. Black race to the white race. If it's hell, and then it's hell us. They tried everything just to spell us. Fed us religion, gave us fake gods.